Hi, I'm Jeff with Coleman Factory Outlets in Burlington, Washington. Today I'm outside Lookout Mountain Preserve up in Bellingham, Washington, and I'm exploring the outdoors as I go on my normal hike that I do up here. I usually do about 5 to 6 miles, and I always carry along my Coleman trekking poles. Now, I've been in the outdoor industry for quite a while, and I've sold trekking poles all the way up to $200 for a pair. These are very affordable, and as brutal as I am with my equipment, these have withstood everything that I've put towards them. So there are a couple features on these trekking poles that I'd love to point out, because a lot of people are unfamiliar with trekking poles. Some people will refer to them as a walking stick. Well, and that's true to some degree. I like to refer to them as my four-wheel drive. When I go up some rugged terrain, up a steep trail, or I go down a steep incline, I will adjust my trekking poles accordingly. And one of the very first steps that you want to do is, when you're looking at a trekking pole, you want to look at what's going to best suit your needs. For most people, I would say an anti-shock type trekking pole, also that's extendable. Something that's easy to pack away. And with the anti-shock option, what that's going to do is it's going to alleviate, if you get just a standard trekking pole that's not extendable or with an anti-shock, you're going to be absorbing a lot of that striking of the ground through your joints. So with the anti-shock, it's going to be, well, literally anti-shock. So it's great to have that. So the other thing that you want to look for is there's a couple different handles that you can get with a trekking pole. This one happens to have a cork handle. Now, why I like the cork handle most is because it allows you to, when you sweat, the sweat is going to be absorbed up into the cork, so your hands aren't going to slip as much, they're going to be more comfortable, and it's going to be really nice to have in your palm, because when you're moving along, it's very comfortable to the hands. The other thing that this one has, noteworthy enough, is you've got your straps. Your straps are fully adjustable by releasing this and pulling it depending on where you want to set the strap up. Personally, I just loop it around my wrist and let it go. Now, depending on what you want to do, sorry, I have a little visitor that wanted to join me. The other thing that you want to do is make sure that you extend your poles out correctly. Now, the correct way to do a trekking pole is to make sure that you go at a 90-degree angle of your body height. So you take your arm and you put it at a 90-degree angle. It's just like a ski pole. So you extend out your trekking pole, and we're going to do it here real quick. Extend it out. And I'm doing the first level here midway, and I'm going to undo the top, and I'm going to bring that out. I'm going to put the trekking pole down in front of me and bring up my arm to where it's right there, and I've got it at a 90-degree. I'm going to turn that in, twist it in, I'm going to lock it into place, and then I'm going to just double check it to make sure that I've got it at the right angle, and it is. This is perfect for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the other one. Now remember that when you're doing this, these are trekking poles. They're not leaning poles. They're not poles that you want to lean upon and put pressure on, because since they are extendable, you don't want to jam the pole together. It'll be hard to get loose. But if you notice when I'm doing this, I unscrew one side and I extend out the other. Now with this, I'm going to bring this up. I'm just going to measure that out, make sure it's the correct height, since I am equal on both sides, just so you'll know. And I'm going to turn this clockwise until I get the desired tension there. I'm going to tighten it up even more. Now I've got both trekking poles that are ready to go. And like I said, I call these my four-wheel drive. Why? Because when you're going up a hill, you're actually using it. It's great for aerobics, as well, if you want to say. This one's just a little bit too high, so I'm going to lower this one down, make sure it's adjusted correctly again, because everything is about making it right. Because when you go hiking, you want to make sure that you're as comfortable as possible. But back to why I call it a four-wheel drive, because when I go up a hill, especially steep inclines, it's wonderful, because if you do it without a trekking pole, you're going to be pulling up your weight, your thighs, your knees, everything's going to be pushing you up. Okay, that's better. With these, you're going to be using your upper body to bring it up. Now, why are these important for hiking or backpacking? The reason why is because if you have knee issues or hip issues, these are going to alleviate a lot of those pains. It's going to take pressure off the knees, off the hips. So it's going to help with a lot of that. With backpacking, It's going to alleviate a lot of your load that you're carrying. So trekking poles are an essential part of any type of hiking, backpacking, great to be on the trail, and just a wonderful, wonderful thing to have with you, because I'll guarantee that if you get a set of these, a pair of them, you're going to love them and you're going to recommend them to whoever you come across. So we'll be going on to further product in the future. Right now I'm going to stop the segment here with trekking poles by Coleman. Stop by and see us sometime. Thanks.